I'm coming at you live on tape from Sydney, Ohio. And this week's movie is, as I said last week, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. Now, you might be wondering who made a sequel to Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Well, that was the guy who made Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Why? Because Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, people went and seen because they wondered what the hell they were going to do to make Winnie the Pooh a serial killer. People didn't really come out as much for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. You will also notice in this movie that Christopher Robin has been replaced. Now, I wondered about this, but I looked it up so I could tell you what happened. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, the movie we know, is the movie Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, the Christopher Robin story that they mention in the movie Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 that they were making in the beginning when they were narrating it. So it is not actually what was the 100-Acre Massacre that got Christopher Robin blamed for the murders and that happened in the first one. It was just the movie version of it. So I need a real person play the real life Christopher Robin, not the movie person. Yes, I am high, but no, I did not make that up. It was the weirdest thing. It took me like 15 minutes to wrap my head around that, but that's the truth. That's what the producers say. So this movie starts narrating that after the events of the first one, Christopher Robin went to med school, finished his med school, became a doctor at Ashdown Hospital, and Winnie the Pooh went back to 100-Acre Woods, where people are now hunting him, who believe Christopher Robin's story that Pooh and them are in the woods. But some people don't believe Christopher Robin and blame him for the murders. And that is where our stories begin. So Winnie the Pooh, at the beginning, Christopher Robin, is coming out of hypnotherapy. Now, I have been in therapy. I have seen psychiatrists. I have seen psychiatrists when therapy and psychiatry wasn't working. I've never been offered hypnotherapy. So he's coming out of hypnotherapy and he's leaving the office, and we catch up with him and his girl, who refuses to leave him, even though everyone in town thinks he's a murderer, including, as we find out later, so does his girl, who probably leaves him when she finds out the monsters are real. She likes that danger. So we find out still that everyone thinks he's a murderer. Then we cut to the forest where people are hunting Pooh, and we cut to Al, who has them all gathered around. Yes, we're introduced to Al and Tigger in this one. Al has them all gathered around and is telling Pooh that they have to do something. They have to attack Ashdown. And that they do. Quickly dispatching the hunters. The one survives, though he has half his face blown off with a shotgun. They dispatch three people at the beginning of the movie before we even meet Christopher Robin. It's right at the beginning. It opens the movie. that's horrible. It's not horrible. It's great. It's some of the nastiest kills. We find out Robin's still a pariah. Christopher Robin's still a pariah, and how bad it is. And then Christopher Robin has a breakthrough in hypnotherapy. He sees the guy who took his brother, Billy, and he confronts him. And that's when Christopher Robin finds out the ugly truth. Pooh and the gang are really the kids kidnapped from Ashdown, and Winnie the Pooh is Christopher Robin's brother. So Christopher Robin, knowing this, kind of freaks out. But Winnie the Pooh is attacking Christopher Robin's girlfriend while she's babysitting a little kid. Al takes out another guy who's getting out of the shower, because that's what Al likes. And then they go take out the nearby rave in some brutal action. And Christopher Robin arrives with a gun and shoots Tigger. But Pooh gets away and they go into the forest. And this is when Pooh gets the deadliest weapon of all, the flaming chainsaw. It's kind of unfair that Winnie the Pooh gets a flaming chainsaw and Leatherface has never had one, but it's Winnie the Pooh. And then Christopher Robin's girlfriend stops Pooh from killing Christopher Robin, and Christopher Robin puts an axe through Winnie the Pooh's head. And then, at the end, Robin goes home with his little sister. His parents are dead. Pooh killed them earlier. And Al shows that Piglet and Pooh are healing. And that's the end of the movie. This is a great movie. It's better than the first one, though the first one only exists as a movie now. It's not part of the actual storyline. Okay, so now it's time for the gut song. He's yellow and he's fuzzy. He likes to eat honey and he likes to hang around with his friends. He's a great friend to have. He always makes you glad and always down for grabbing lunch. He likes to joke around. He's always a clown and he can make you laugh a whole bunch. You may wonder who he is. I'll tell you about his biz. He's Winnie the Pooh, and he's coming to kill you. Snap off your head, eat your intestines with bread. And murder your mom and dad. He doesn't care if you're sad. He'll eat your insides, bury you alive, 'cause he's a cold-blooded killer bear. Him and his friends believe in murder and mayhem, and eating young girls like you. He'll break you in half, step right on your back, and chew and chew and chew. They'll use your bones to make combs so they can brush their fur. And when they're all done, there'll be nothing left on for the police to identify for sure. He's Winnie the Pooh, and he's coming to kill you. Snap off your head, your intestines for bread, and murdering your mom and dad. He doesn't care if you're sad, 'cause he'll eat your insides, bury you alive. 'Cause he's a cold-blooded killer bear. Join me next week for the movie Mousetrap.